Yo, everybody, welcome to episode 6 of the Three Bozos. We have a special guest here today. Introduce yourself, please.
Hey everyone, it's Justin ZLOCK. We'll talk about that towards the end,
We'll
but
talk
happy to
about
be
that.
here.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Week 8. What do you guys think of this week?
Worst week of football I've ever seen in my life.
Why is
Worse
that?
than week 1.
The scores were terrible,
Week 1 was
and
pretty bad.
every team that I hated ended up winning.
Besides
Yeah.
the Niners.
That'll do that.
I feel like
Yeah,
we've had
besides
that for the
the
past 2 weeks too. I mean, there were a couple teams because the 49ers lost, right, today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll take that.
49ers
I'll take
lost.
that as a good week.
3
We'll
straight
take
losses.
that. I'll take the Chiefs losing too.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one team that stands with one loss, and Jalen Hurts is their quarterback. Today, I will say this is the best passing performance I've seen ever out of Jalen Hurts.
His arm, dude. His arm was amazing. He was so
low
accurate
key,
today.
Low key, I'm not going to sit here. I know I've been saying this in our group chat all day, but my knee might be what he has. Like, I'm not kidding. And if he has this knee injury, he has something. And the way he's
Jalen
playing
Hurts
with
injury.
it is unbelievable. He might do.
And his is worse.
Him hurting his knee might make his arm better. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
He's gimping. You definitely see him gimp.
Yeah, but he's cooking out there. 4 touchdowns. I wanted his 4 touchdown game so bad because he needs to start racking up these touchdowns to like make the interception ratio better.
Yep.
And he's doing. Thank God he's doing that.
And didn't have to rush one in. He almost
Didn't
did.
have to rush one in.
But my biggest thing about him that I love is whenever you have a mobile quarterback, usually they need that mobility to be able to. They have to be able to roll out and escape to deliver. But he's the same guy. Like he's slightly different if he's in that pocket, but he's comfortable and he can just do it. It's awesome.
I love it. What do you guys say? Dan and Eli?
He's him. There ain't no two ways about it. He's him. It was looking scary for a minute, but he is him.
He is him. It was looking scary. The Jets game, I don't even remember that with how good he's been playing.
Yep.
Bounce back.
AJ Brown broke the record. 6 straight games, 125 yards. I will say I apologize because I am definitely I know how good he is, but if there's one thing I hate is I don't care if you're a diva receiver, right?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna win games and bitch, that to me is just ass. I hate that. He seems like you're not a team player, but ever since he's bitched, he's been the best wide receiver in football. He's been better than Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill's great. Tyreek Hill is better, but he's been better than Tyreek Hill. Yeah,
he can do more.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith had his breakout game.
He did have his breakout game.
You gotta throw.
Yeah. Nice background, Eli. He owns Washington, by the way. He kills Washington.
Tears them up.
He straight up cooks them all the time.
He cooks them. But shout out to AJ Brown. Sam Hale, I know he's not winning games, but I think he's actually solid. He's probably their franchise quarterback.
Absolutely.
He looked
good.
Almost 400 yards passing today, dude. He looked really good.
He had a terrible game against the Bills, I think week 3 or whatever. But he's been really good since.
He doesn't turn the ball over.
He doesn't turn the ball over.
That was his only multiple. I don't know if he had any fumbles, but
he takes
his
20,
only multiple interception.
He had a fumble at the end of the game from Reddick.
He takes 20 sacks a week, and of course today he didn't, right?
Yeah, he took 1 sack, and it was the fumble from Reddick.
Yeah, shout out Reddick, by the way.
To end the game, yeah, absolutely.
Dan, is he better than Michael Parsons?
Who, Reddick?
Yeah.
No.
Is he more clutch?
Considering that, he was in a Super Bowl last year and, Parsons can barely sniff one win in the playoffs so far in his career. I would say yes.
I feel like every time you need a sack in the fourth quarter, it's Reddick.
Yeah.
When he has to deliver, he delivers.
Yeah, that's so clutch.
He's the mailman.
Yep. He is the mailman.
We were talking about that earlier. Me personally, I would take Reddick at least right now over him, just because what Reddick does is better than Parsons. Parsons has the versatility; you can move him at that linebacker edge. You can do a lot more, so he's more valuable. He can fit your team how you need it. But if you're this guy is going to dominate you, and he's going to, like you said, clutch a game or get a big turnover. Reddick's that guy. I don't think Parsons is right now. You can say Parsons, go cover, go run stuff, go after the quarterback. That's all awesome, but
yeah,
I'll take Reddick, Mr. Thumbs Down.
Absolutely.
I think now I want to say this about the Eagles game. I see everybody online and then on the radio when I was driving. They're so upset about the defense, right? Like they're so upset. But we just shut down Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle last week. Our defense looks good when it needs to look good. Eric Bieniemy in Washington just has our number, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like the Chiefs just lost to the Broncos.
You know what, dude? Even today, they did like that first half was bad, but dude, the second half, the numbers look skewed, honestly, because the second half we took like a 31-point lead, and they only had 17 points. They got 2 junk touchdowns at the end of the game.
Yeah,
like, the defense at the end of the game,
which is the Sam Howell special. I'll tell you what, I think Sam Howell's like a top 8 fantasy quarterback. Like and he's been
after today he might be.
Yeah, I mean, they just throw the ball 100 times, and they have 4 good receivers. Like every receiver they have is good. Dude, that dude kills us. I think Dan said it. You're taking him his touchdown and over every time he plays the Eagles, right?
What,
Logan Thomas? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. From here on out, yes.
Yeah.
100%, dude. He for some reason he had like 77 yards the last game, and I think he probably had more today.
Yeah, he kills
you give him
us,
so much space. Give him so much space.
He finds the pocket or the empty spot, sits in it. All right, here you go.
Yes, he does.
Now, the Cowboys, they blow out another bad team. All I have to say is,
I think this argument's flawed. I think this title, you can't. I mean, they blow out another bad team. So what does it say about the Eagles who barely beat them?
Eagles beat good teams.
I mean,
the difference is the Eagles find a way to win, and it's ugly, but they still win. And the Cowboys have to have the flashy win, or they don't win.
Yep. Their defense has the ball out for them to have a convincing win. Like every
their
week.
offense balled out this year.
Their offense
today it was all offense. Yeah. But
CD
so like,
I mean, dude, they had a punt block, they had a pick six.
Yeah. That stuff shifts the whole game.
For me, like, look, every year I would come into the season and be like, dude, the Cowboys could win this year. Like, Dak's good, blah, blah. And every year they do the same thing. They lose to the good teams and they destroy the bad teams. Like, and I get what you're saying, Eli. Like,
coming up.
Yeah, like I get what you're saying. Like they blew out a team we like beat by what, 10, like 9 points or whatever, and like I understand that, but it was also on the road in LA. We don't need this. Like there's games like today, if we wanted to score 38 points, we could, and then there's games against the Rams where all we needed was 23.
Yeah, and you'd have to break it down, but it's
need to do to win.
Sometimes like saying, okay, we both played the same team. Like, that's one factor. We played on the road. Cowboys didn't.
Right.
And some teams just match up better with others. I'd have to go down and see, like, how we match up, who was healthy, who wasn't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like healthy, if we're home, like, we could do the same damage to the Rams.
Eli?
I disagree.
Guys,
why do you disagree?
Just a split second. Maxey just absolutely shit on Thibault. I just had to throw that out there.
That's good news. We do not like Thibault here.
We do.
Why do you disagree, Eli?
I just think the Cowboys are a good team. I
think they're like.
I do too.
No.
Obviously they can't win in the playoffs, but to say that they can't beat good teams, I just think that's a lie.
But they haven't.
But it's like a generalized statement. They can't beat good teams. Yes, they can.
The title is Cowboys blow out another bad team, though.
I know what the title is, but it's just like if you have this argument with someone who's not an Eagles fan, they're going to say, okay, well, they blew out a bad team that your team struggled to beat.
But they don't.
It's a good argument, and it's a good argument.
They got cooked by the Cardinals.
They did get cooked by the
Cardinals. We lost to the Jets.
All right. I mean, they got cooked by the
I could do this. I could do the same thing.
49ers team.
So, Eli, what I'm hearing is you're picking the Cowboys to win next week.
It's going to be a tough battle. I'm not going to go in there and say, oh, it's easy. We got it. I mean, we looked good today. We'll see how we do next week.
I will say, I don't know why that game's 4:00. It should be.
Yeah, it should be
a Sunday. It should be a Sunday
night
game.
The Are Sunday we home night game, or away?
Well, to be fair, see, this is when they should flex stuff, right? The Bills and Bengals game Sunday night, totally understand. The Monday night game is Chargers-Jets. No, it should be Eagles-Cowboys.
Absolutely. That's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah, like nobody
whole
cares.
country.
Nobody cares about like maybe when Rodgers was healthy, they cared about Chargers-Jets, but
Right.
nobody.
That's
And when
why
they
it's
felt it,
reflection
and when
in
they
season.
And
felt
let
the
me tell you
Chargers were
something
gonna
right
be
now.
good.
Let me tell you something right now. If the Jets win this week, they're losing next week to the Jets.
What,
If the
the Cowboys
Jets
play the
win
Jets
this
next
week-
week?
No. I'm sorry. If the Chargers beat the Bears tonight,
mm.
which they probably will, if they beat the Bears tonight, they're going to lose to the Jets next week. I'm
Lose to the
calling it.
Jets. They're
Calling
not
it.
a consistent team.
No.
Like
I
they're
can see it happening.
yeah, they're not healthy enough, and they're coached bad, and Herbert
Dude, their
Herbert
coach is
sucks.
awful, dude. Yeah.
Right,
Herbert
right.
does suck.
No, I don't think Herbert sucks.
I don't think he does.
Trash.
I don't think he sucks at all.
The
2 balls
Ravens
past
and
him, though.
Lamar. Ravens and Lamar. This guy will throw 5 touchdowns one week and look like just look completely different the next.
Crazy.
I don't understand it.
Didn't they win by like 30?
They won by
wasn't it
7.
Like 31. Oh
Their
wait,
offense
I
has
thought
been
the
on
score was
fire.
like 31 to.
It was 31 to like 14. Like the game was out of hand. But
Yeah.
like Lamar just looks great one week and then the next week he looks mid. And granted, he didn't need to do much, but still. But he's still a top 5 quarterback, in my opinion. Like this doesn't
Absolutely.
skew that, but
Yeah, he's a guy you
Yep.
always have to worry about every week.
Yep.
I think they give him too much freedom when it comes to the offense. Like there's some weeks where he'll deliver in the pocket or he'll roll out and find people, whatever he needs to do. Other weeks he's like, I just want to run around. And when he relies on that, I think as his number one option, like
Yeah.
today, I don't think he looked like a running quarterback. He looked like a guy that can throw, but is also comfortable running when he can. And that's how
Yeah.
Jalen's so successful. I think the
Yeah.
weeks when Lamar trusts his arms and is like, all right, I'm going to get it to the guy that's open. I'm going to go through my progressions, that type of thing. That's when he's most successful. Because then it's like, oh, now we have to be in the secondary. We have to watch out more. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm going to rush for 16 yards.
yeah, right.
I agree.
So
The Chiefs, I will say they lost to the Broncos today. Is there a quarterback in the NFL history that gets more excuses than Patrick Mahomes? We know he's the best quarterback in the league. You don't he can lose a game and it's okay. Tom
Yeah.
Brady lost plenty of games. Like, it's okay. This dude will lose a game and there's 47 excuses to why they lost the game. Oh, the offensive tackle did this. Oh, he stubbed his toe. Oh, he had the flu. Oh, it snowed before the game and the turf was wet. Like, what?
I said it before the game
Golden
started,
child.
or as the Broncos were just getting, what did he throw, 3 picks today and had like
Yeah.
1 or 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
So I said, as the Broncos were playing good, is that it sucks because it's not like Mahomes. It's not like the Broncos had a bad game, right, and they scraped by. Then you could
Yeah.
say, okay, well, whatever. Mahomes was sick. That's why Broncos won. But like Broncos offense and defense, Russ was cooking on offense today. Defense looked great. Like it's not going to be fair when tomorrow we wake up and everyone's like, the Broncos only won because Mahomes had the flu. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
dude. Like
Yeah,
they balled the fuck
they
out.
balled
They've
out.
looked good the last couple of weeks. Like I don't know what's going on.
You
over
know
there,
what
but, like,
though,
Russ
too?
is starting
The
to do
Chiefs
good.
were due for a loss at some point.
Yeah,
They
for
were,
sure.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
I don't know.
They've
about
been
you guys,
playing
but it
sloppy
feels
for a
like
while.
it feels like
Yeah.
they were due for a loss, like the Eagles were against the
The
Jets.
Eagles
They
against
were
the
due
Jets.
for a
Yeah.
loss at some point.
And to think about this, the Eagles lost to the Jets, and leading up to the Jets, we all agree they played sloppy. Since
Yeah.
that Jets game, their offense has been great. Their defense shut down the Dolphins, and they won today, scoring 38 points.
yeah, wake up game.
You need that to happen. The
Yeah.
Cowboys
So is this
too.
gonna
They
happen
got
with the
the
Chiefs now?
Cowboys. To the Cowboys' credit, they got murdered by the Niners. Since then, they've looked great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good teams lock in after a
Yeah.
bad loss like that.
You need that. Now, what I will say about the Broncos, I don't think they will, but they are 100% in the wild card hunt right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So Pittsburgh they lost, right?
Yes.
So Pittsburgh is 4-4, Cleveland's 4-4. The Jets are 5-3. No, I'm sorry. The Jets are 4-3, the Bengals are 4-3. The rest of the teams have 3 wins. So they're in the hunt right now.
They're in the hunt, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. The Chiefs only lost today because Taylor Swift wasn't there. So
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. That's what we're gonna hear tomorrow too, dude.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be Mahomes had the flu and Kelsey played like shit because
But
T
I'm
Swizzle
wrong.
wasn't in the
But
stands.
I'm wrong to hate that though.
No one said that you were wrong to hate that, but you hate her as if it's her fault and it's not her fault. That's
Yeah,
my
it's-
argument with you. My argument with you is that you said you hate Taylor Swift because of this, and it's like this is not her fault. This is the NFL's fault
I
because
hate
they
Kelsey too.
dragged it on so much and they're making so much money off of it. So they're throwing cameras in her
All
face.
this for
She's
her
not
to turn.
asking
Well,
for that.
I mean, I
All
told
the-
you what
go ahead.
Adam Schefter said. Adam Schefter said that the white whale for the halftime show for the Super Bowl
Yeah.
is Taylor Swift.
And
That's been
this-
on their radar
and
for the longest time.
To
She
my
doesn't
point
want
that
to
I'm
do
going
it,
to make,
so they're
It
trying to
all lines
butter
up.
her up.
yeah,
Mhm.
to the point I'm trying to make, all this for her to say no again. Have fun.
Yeah, I mean that's on the NFL. Like if they want people to be, no. At the end of the day, it don't matter if the NFL is doing it because if they're doing it and you're annoyed, you're still going to watch it no matter what.
Because correct me if I'm
Yep.
wrong, she was supposed to do it before Rihanna last year, right?
I believe she was
Um,
in the talks to
Trying
do
to
it.
remember.
They've
But
been.
I'm
I
not
think they've been
sure.
talking to her for a long time about it, and
But
she
see-
just doesn't want to do it.
This is why I think she will end up doing it, is because she will be the first one that doesn't have to pay to do it. Everybody who doesn't has to pay for that spot. Everybody. It's just-
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I never knew that.
I learned that a
So,
couple
like-
years
so,
ago. It's
like-
crazy.
The weekend, Shakira, J-Lo, Rihanna, they had to pay for that because it's a promotion.
Even Beyonce
Yeah.
had to pay for it.
Yes, all of them had to pay
So
for
do
it.
they
Wow.
get money back for
Yeah,
performing or
well,
okay?
because all their shit gets streamed.
Yeah, their streams and everything go
Like-
up. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Rihanna, Shakira, J-Lo, the
Yeah.
weekend, their streams went up like 1,000% after the
Yeah.
halftime shows. So that's
makes
where they
sense.
get the money. So like they make their money back plus more, but you have to
Right.
pay for that slot.
I
Taylor
didn't know that
Swift,
shit.
Taylor Swift will probably be the first ever to not have to pay for it because she's Taylor
Damn.
Swift, and they're
I
sucking
always.
her.
I
And
always.
they're sucking her off.
That's crazy. I always
Yeah,
thought
it-
the
it's
Bengals
nuts.
were
Isn't
like,
that
hey,
crazy?
you have
Yeah.
to do it.
Like
couldn't
Michael
believe it.
Jackson had to pay for that, John.
And so did his sister.
Oh,
She had
dude,
a
if
nip
Michael
slip.
had to pay
Bad
for it,
John.
she's paying for it.
Yeah, they might be right there, but Michael Jackson the goat. That's all I know.
Yeah, dude. If Michael did it, she'll have to. There's no.
But they might
shot.
tell everybody she pays for it, then they're like, nah, we'll actually
Yeah,
we'll give you some money.
yeah,
we'll give you some
yeah,
money.
we got you. Yeah.
But we can't
Because,
tell
like-
anybody that.
Because Taylor's saying no, like MJ didn't say no. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. So Justin, we'll hit you with this ZLOCK.
Oh man.
The ZLOCK.
Where do you want to
It's
start?
time!
Where do you want to start?
we can start wherever you want.
So my other friend group, they bust on me on this all the time when it comes to the ZLOCKs because I'll put something in, like I'll get a couple legs, it'll be like minus 600, minus 500, and just put like 4 or 5 of them together.
Yeah.
But you put them together, you put a nice little spicy boost on it, and then you get that to 150, 200, something like that. And you just kind of keep riding that type of thing. Don't overreach. Don't put in like crazy stuff. Sometimes people be like, oh, this guy hit 2 nights in a row and tonight he's got like a plus 6,000 parlay. Like I'm
Yeah,
going to
like-
put $20 on it. Who cares? But you do that. Who cares how many times? And then
Same. You're like, I'm
a
responsible.
year later, you're like, a lot of people deal with this. And then a year goes by and you're like, shit, like, what am I doing? So it's like, to me, like, I can't have fun when it's like that. So what I do instead, I'll make those easier bets, and they don't always hit. Stupid stuff happens all the time. Like I would have to go through my slip, but stuff happens all the time. But I do my best to put like 2 or 3 in that I'm comfortable with, where it's like, all right,
Yeah.
if one of these hits, it'll cover my other bets. Then wait for that one to hit, or maybe I have a couple of dollars extra left over, and I'll put that juicy parlay in for like $1 or $2, and I'm like, I can't not bet this, because if I don't bet this, it's going to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
exactly, because that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
So that's what I do. So I'll do my own research as much as I can. Like, what guys have done recently? Do they have any duds? Who are those duds against?
Mhm.
Do they get targets? And do they always get their targets and their catches? Maybe not always the yards. Who are they playing? How many yards? Like to tight ends, for example, does that team give up? Like all
Yeah.
those types of things. Because sometimes you can go on a guy's thing and his line will say minus 200, and you're like, that might mean that he's not very likely to get that. And this other guy, he's minus 600. I have to take him because that's going to be easier. But they do that stuff to try and manipulate you. So you have to just look at the facts and like do your research what you can. And it's like, if that ends up being good odds, then cool, just go with it. Don't be worried.
Right.
Because I've had minus 1,200 legs not hit, and I've had plus 150 legs hit.
Yeah.
So
So
that's what I go with.
something that me and Eli have realized over the last 2 days is because, like, I would always put,
Good
like,
2
no
days.
matter what, I would always put $10 or $20 on a bet. Like, I
Yeah.
would never put $1 on a bet, $2 on a bet. But
Mhm.
them odds that are like $1,000 and up, if you hit one of them, right? Let's say
Yeah.
you hit one, you put $2 on it. Like I did today, it was plus 2,500. $2, I won $50 off of.
That's
right?
awesome.
So, like, for instance, I then made 10 more $1 bets,
Yes.
and I'm still up I'm still up $38.
Yeah.
And if one of them hits, I'm up more.
Yeah. And what's great about that, because I'm sure once you hit that, you're like, damn, I should have put $10 on that, right? That's what you
And
thought.
I said that, yeah.
So
and
yes.
I would have won $250, which would have been
Exactly.
great. But
So that's the mindset that it's like, I need to make that big payout just to cover everything.
Right.
But I learned, like, that type of thing, it's not sustainable, right? Like,
Mhm.
if you're like, I'm going to put $10, $20 on this moonshot every time, you're going to get pissed off. You're like, why isn't this hitting? But if you win one pays 28, and then you miss the next 5, it's fine, because you lost $5. But it's hard to keep betting 10 on those moonshots. So that's why it's good to just do the low amounts. That's what I do.
So
good.
I'm on a little bit of a different boat than you three, where so again, like Vin said, like I would bet $10 to try to win
on everything.
Yeah, to try to win 250, 350, 450, 550. But I would be that guy that would be like, I only have $10 to my name, so I'm making a $10 bet because I need the money.
Yeah.
And that's where I struggled with betting a lot, is like, oh, if I put $10 on this, I have my electric bill's $200. I don't get paid for 2 weeks. If I put $10 on this, I'm gonna hit for $400, and then I can, pay my electric and still have money. So that was my thought process. The last 3 fucking days, I have put $30 in the FanDuel betting $1 to $2 to $3 bets. I've hit 5 bets. I have won over $230 in the last 3 days. So I have literally profited $200 in 3 days doing the $2 bets than I would have trying to put $10 on for hitting, $1,000.
Yeah, and you probably would have lost.
I most likely would have lost, because I would have bet something like today. I would have been like, Kelsey against the Broncos, 2 touchdowns. That's a lock. Like, and I would have done something stupid like that.
But like, you could have put $1 on that, lost it, and then won another bet.
And then won, right? Yeah. So, and that's what it is. And so, what I'm doing now is I'm cashing out and keeping $10 in FanDuel and just doing another, 5 to 7 bets on the $1 and $2, and it's hitting. So, like, now every day, even though I'm making small bets, I'm profiting so much off of it. I'm making the same amount than I would have if I just threw $10 on.
And that works. That's where the units come in too. So, like, for us, like for me, like one unit is $10. Like, I'm not going crazy. One unit is $10. These people like make bets, and like JFar, like all these
we
crazy
see their
people.
$300 bet, but that's just
exactly
unit,
so
they're rich.
So what they put 300 on, that's probably like $0.3 units for us. Like, that's like $3 for us. So if you see them putting 300 on something, we may look at that like, oh my God, they're putting $300 on this. Like, they must feel really good about it. I have to put this in. But then you have to kind of scale it down. And not everyone puts their units on it, but it lets you know, because them putting like what we would put $10 on, they would probably put like 1,000 or 10, like some people 10 grand on.
Right.
So it's just because like that's what they feel more comfortable with. I try to pay attention to that too.
You won a bet recently, Dan, right? The other day? 2 recently, I believe.
Well, no, I won that $350 one.
What was that?
For the NLCS, right?
Yeah, Suarez 6 strikeouts, and then that other dude to have
5.
7. It was that first Jafar bet.
Okay.
I
got
bet
in
it
on
again. No. I bet it the second time.
He bet it the second time. By the way, the second time,
I was busy that night and I couldn't do it.
The second time, the odds were like nowhere near the first time.
They were reduced to shit. Yeah.
They were insane.
Wait, didn't you just hit 2 bets?
You hit
like 2 bets?
The other day you hit, I'm pretty sure.
You hit a World Series bet, and I know you hit another bet too. I think it was a football bet. I think it was the Thursday night game, right?
You hit whenever you don't post it on TikTok. I know that.
You hit, that's what we said. We said the 2 bets that Dan hit, we didn't make a TikTok on.
Yeah.
And one was for like 300, and then the other one that you hit, I think it was for like 150 or something like that. Yeah. But you did hit 2 bets recently.
I forget about the second one.
Yeah.
I just remember the World Series one. I was like,
the World Series one, yeah.
Yeah. No, but Dan, do you like what Justin is saying here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the smarter way of making money.
Yeah,
There's
right.
money to be made. It's just you're either going balls to the wall being stupid
Yeah.
about it, which is what 90% of the people are
Us,
doing.
at least 3 of us in here are responsible of doing that.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
At least 3 of us.
100%. Yeah.
At least 3 of us. And then, you have everyone else doing it too.
Yeah.
It's everyone's
Yeah.
looking for that huge hunt. They're looking
That
for that
huge
huge
hunt,
And
payout.
like we
Because we see it on Twitter every day.
Yeah.
And you want it.
Like I hit my huge payout, 2-3 years ago at this point, and it's you're always looking for that crazy $2,000 winner.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yep.
just like it's not realistic. Like we have to understand that.
Yeah.
The one thing I've learned though about hitting the huge bet is that it's a player that's eventually going to hit that mark nonstop, but it's the first time they do it is when the odds are at its best.
Yeah,
absolutely.
right.
And you got to get super
like-
lucky or have someone be like, yeah, I
Like
know
Russell,
this guy. I've been following
like
this
Russell
guy since high
Westbrook getting a
school.
triple double for the first time, and then
Yeah.
he does it all the time after that. Like that
Yep.
first
Yeah.
payout, someone probably got rich off of that first triple
Yeah.
double.
And then like we're betting it and we're like, how come we're not winning big? But like
Yeah.
Mhm.
because he did it 8 times already. Like
Yep.
obviously the odds are gonna go down.
It's literally like the equivalent of CMC right now.
Dude,
Like what was he minus
have-
250
Minus
Yeah.
220
You
or
have
something
to-
like
to
that.
score a
Crazy.
touchdown today?
you have to bet him to score twice, and he does almost.
Yeah.
So like he scores
It's
twice
crazy.
every
More
other
than-
week.
He
Every
scores
other
twice
week, he
more than
hits
guys
twice.
score
Yeah.
once.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Vinny
which-
saw my parlay and he was like, "Oh my god, he's minus like 180."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah,
what
dude, that's
the
after
fuck?
the boost."
Yeah. I was like,
After
yeah.
the boost.
Yeah.
After the
That's
boost.
I was like,
nuts,
bro,
dude.
yeah,
Insane.
like
Something about
It's-
moonshots that I want to add to that. So like, if you see a moonshot, I've done this where like you're like, I want to put this in, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I want to put $5 on it. Instead of putting $5 on that moonshot, I would put like maybe 2, like 1 or 2 on the same exact thing, and then water
Yeah.
it down like crazy
Yeah.
and put like the other
And
4 other 3 on.
you've talked
And
about that. Yeah.
I've hit other
So,
times
like,
about that too.
If we really like somebody scoring 25,
Hmm.
you make your bet a little better, but you put them to score 20.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
ZLOCK right
so,
there.
like,
ZLOCK minus
that's a
600.
ZLOCK. That's
Minus
not
600.
nah, dude. So I will say,
And they give you
Nah,
so
that's
many
it. Nah.
boosts
Yeah,
nowadays too.
they do.
Yes.
You
Yo,
can get-
they do.
dude,
Me and Van just had this conversation at softball. When I woke up this morning before I did my bets, I had 6 boosts just on football. You had the 1, the
yeah, well,
4,
they
the
give you
8.
like almost 3 for football, and then they
Yeah.
give you 3 for like basketball, like every day.
Yeah, it's
We're a little bit
it's
closer to
crazy.
the old FanDuel odds. Like 3 years ago, they were crazy, and they like
Yeah.
their odds went to crap. But now they're getting it back, and instead of making the odds better, like, all right, here's a boost.
They're
But
just giving
it
you
do-
like
it does
3
help a
shots
lot.
in the barrel to do it.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
The only thing I don't like they didn't do this week, they usually give you like a 1 p.m. and a 4 p.m. NFL boost where you can just pick whatever you want. But instead, they did separate games, so they were trying
Yeah,
to like
separate games.
make you pick and choose, and they know
Yeah.
people are going to pick like an easier leg because they're stuck with the Chargers game, and then people are going to lose on that instead of saying, okay, I have 6 games I can look at and
Yeah.
really pick what you like, because that's usually how I
Absolutely.
win when I
Mhm.
jump around. I'm like, I'm going to pick like 2 from each game and go through 3 games instead
Yeah.
of saying I'm going to try and get 5 things right from one game. It's really hard to do.
So what is your official bet for Sunday night?
I have a picture of it. Before I do that, can I just show the most beautiful parlay like I've ever made?
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
I've been saying this is going to happen for a week. Like, come on.
Can you
now.
share your screen, by the way?
Um,
On the
I'm
iPad,
on
you
mine.
might be able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagles money line. AJ Brown to score. Jalen Hurts 200 or 300.
200. I should have did 300.
200 and AJ. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
AJ Brown for 100 yards. So it was what 10 to win
I
82,
posted that in the
92.
group chat last week, dude. I don't care what these odds were. Nothing.
Yeah.
just put
I
that in.
mean, and
unless
you
if Jalen
said
Hurts
that.
wasn't playing.
You said that for the record. You
Yeah,
knew it was going to be a
absolutely.
lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a ZLOCK, as we call it.
Yeah, I took that ZLOCK.
So
And depending on what the odds are next week, I might put that in
So,
again because
yeah.
he could keep that going. Until he doesn't, I have to, because I made money off of him. So like if the
Yeah,
odds
yeah.
are decent, I might run with it one more
Dude,
time.
if he does it again,
Yeah, that'd
We're-
be
He could,
insane.
we're talking
just
like
build off of it.
we're talking like one of the. If he does it again, we're talking best receiver in Eagles history.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
except for
he might
Travis
already-
Fulgham.
he
for
might
the
already-
Bucs.
No, like T.O. had the better career, and he probably will end up having the better career.
Yeah,
What's it?
But like,
What's his at this
AJ
point?
Brown's
Like
ridiculous.
his yards for his career for an Eagle, it's probably already like
my
it's
God.
like
AJ Brown's.
so he hit what 950 today. So like he had 1400 last year. He's at like 2300 already.
he's honestly, dude.
Which is
He's probably around like the top 7 mark for like Eagles yards in history.
oh yeah. He's got to be up there.
Like we haven't.
And we still have
gotten
him for
that many
No.
another
games.
2 seasons
Our
after this.
receiver,
I
I
think.
mean, dude, our receiver sucked for 12 years.
Yeah.
We're enjoying it. All
The
right, so I
Jordan
have
Matthews
this.
of the world.
Got this pulled up.
Okay, let's see. Yeah,
Let's
Jordan
see.
Matthews.
So
is my
I
boy, though.
told you guys this. I am not super happy with I was going to do the Monday night, but they don't have all of the
Yeah,
all the
because
props up yet. I don't know.
half
what's
the
up with that.
Lions team's hurt.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he better play because I need him to play or I'm losing the fantasy. So I did Sunday night. I didn't like this game too much because the Chargers are super banged up on offense. It seems like every single week someone's either hurt, doubtful, or completely out. So I have more legs than what I would like. I have 8. So I'll just kind of read it off here. So I have Eckler and Foreman both to get 25 rushing yards.
Okay.
Foreman had a great week last week. Eckler, he's starting to ramp back up, and he's going to be a big part of the offense tonight. I think he can go for like 50 and 50, catching and rushing, or more.
I mean,
I
he's
have-
due. He's due.
Yeah, he's due.
He's
And he's
been one of the
gotten
most
that anyway, so-
underwhelming. He's been one of the most
Yeah.
underwhelming players in the league.
And he was good in practice all week. And Foreman was just a monster last week. So there's no way that man doesn't get enough
Yeah.
touches to get 25 yards. I think he had like 16 touches the last 2 weeks or something. And then I have Herbert for 200 passing yards. I don't feel great about that Bears defense. And they're going to have to. They have injuries, but they had
200
Quentin
passing yards?
Johnson.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's easy.
I mean, if he doesn't get 200
$1,000.
passing yards, Dan might have been a
Yeah.
prophet. I'll be
So
honest. like,
either Herbert is going to have 200 plus, or Eckler's
Yeah.
going to have like 100
Yeah,
something
yeah.
yard rushing.
Right,
One of
right.
the two are going to. I think Herbert easily gets 200.
but like,
Um,
if Eckler has a good game through the air, that's Herbert too.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Watch out for this guy too. This is another like sneaky thing I think FanDuel's doing. I'm kind of calling it. So I might be wrong, but I'm calling this now. Quentin Johnson, their rookie. He's
due.
very good, and he was not on FanDuel. So be ready for that man to have 2 touchdowns and 100 yards.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. dude.
no, don't
It's
say
going
that.
to happen.
FanDuel, like,
It's always the guy that's not on there.
you couldn't bet.
No, he's not on there. That's why I
Wow.
hated this game because
Wow.
when there's guys missing, and I'm like, this guy is going to be
Yeah,
a part
they're
of
usually the ones
number
that
2
pop
receiver.
off.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's going to pop off.
Wow.
And yeah, so Herbert for 200, and then I have the 2 number 1 receivers for 40 yards, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. I was going to do receptions for them on it for Keenan Allen, but I was like, he should get 5, but the odds for 40 were fine. And this was a little suspect too. DJ Moore, it would not let me add his receptions to a same game parlay for whatever
That's
reason.
good news for me. I have no fantasy. That's good news for me. Sorry.
I wanted him for I think 4, and the odds were really good. And he's going to get that easily. But
No, I mean,
I took him for 40.
That's
Wouldn't let me do it.
Hold on one second. The one thing about DJ Moore is I know their quarterback
Yeah.
sucks, right? But
Mhm.
like, if you watch the 2 games that Badgett played, he's staring down DJ Moore.
Yes.
Like,
'Cause he has to. It's
like he caught 8 passes for 54 yards.
Yep.
But like, they're all going to DJ Moore. So like,
Yes.
his receptions should hit, barring injury.
Right. And that was my thing too. I was like, I'd rather take DJ Moore for the catches because
Yeah, the yards
maybe
are, questionable.
maybe the yards aren't there, or he's just
Yeah.
forcing the ball to him short,
So
But as long as he airs it out.
I'm writing this down. So you have
Yeah.
both running
I'll
backs.
show you the picture after I
Okay.
say it too. But I have
Okay.
Eckler and Foreman for 25 apiece. Either of those guys could obviously go way higher. Just throwing them in there. Herbert
You have
200.
Herbert to 200, right?
Yeah. Moore and Allen for 40 each. Number 1s. And Cole Kmet, he's kind of been sneaky. He's also going to be a safety blanket for that guy, for that quarterback. So I did 2 receptions for him, and the odds were really good for
Yeah.
2. It's easy. I don't think this is going to be a super high scoring game. I think it's going to be messy because of all the. I think they're going to, after they kind of get
It's a
up and down
Chargers
the
game,
field, they're going to
dude.
run the ball, and it's also the
Yeah.
Chargers. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be like
Dan
like
can tell
a
you how
20.
All I
go.
know is if Herbert gets under 200 passing yards, I'm frying him next week.
And you and dude,
Try me
truthfully,
too.
truthfully,
Try me
bro,
too,
You
'cause
have
I'm
every
all
right
in.
no.
to so. You would have every right to do so.
I'm on the
Yeah.
record right now. I am
But,
probably the biggest Herbert fan in here next to Eli, right? If this motherfucker can't get 200 yards, I'm off him, dude.
Dude,
I'm
the only
off
thing
him.
is he does have
Like,
a
he
lot
will
of
be
injuries, though.
man
He has a lot of
grind.
injuries
No,
on his
no,
offense.
no. He does
He's
have a lot of
got
injuries.
no continuity.
He does have a
no
lot of
continuity.
injuries. But I see PJ Walker throw 200 yards, bro.
He threw
Herbert
200
better
yards today. Yeah.
Herbert better throw 200 yards. That's
He
all I'm
should. He
saying.
should. It's going to depend. Like if he's throwing in guys' hands and they're dropping it because
Yeah.
they don't play, that's their fault.
No,
But if
for
it's
sure,
like
yeah.
timing issues or guys aren't running their routes, like, or if he's just messing up completely,
Yeah.
So yeah, Kmet 2 receptions, and then I have under 60.5. I don't usually do
You have
overs and
under
unders.
60?
Under 60.5.
It's if that goes over.
I don't usually do overs and unders, but like I said, I don't like a ton of props for this game. There also weren't a lot, and the odds for that weren't bad. After you go to like 61.5, the odds were atrocious.
Bro.
So I just did that.
So
And
hold on one second.
We'll like that. And then Chargers money line.
For this to go under 60, I mean over 60, I think
Yeah.
the Chargers have to score 40.
Exactly. That's exactly why I did that. Because I don't see the Bears scoring more than 2 touchdowns and maybe 2 more field goals.
What's the
The final-
over-under for that game?
I think it was like 40 something.
And that's still too high.
If it's like 45, the under's probably going to cash.
I'll check right now what the live line is.
Badgen is not scoring 24 points in this game.
No. Live line is 45.5.
That's ridiculous.
That under is
45.5,
gonna happen.
What's the spread?
That under's cashing.
9.5.
So for 45.5, I'm guessing they think Badgett's going to score 16 if my math is correct.
Something like
So,
around
yeah.
there, pretty much.
Yeah, just a quick thing.
They're not
that goes
getting
over-
more than 2 touchdowns
if
unless
that
the
goes
Chargers
over-
are that bad.
Or like defense, special teams.
Yo, is number
Exactly,
11
yeah.
on the Sixers Jaden Springer?
Yes.
Justin,
He
would
might
know
have
that.
had the most beautiful block I've ever seen.
He's going to be nice, yo.
He's a baller, dude.
He's
a
better
baller.
than Matisse. I know that.
Dude, he jumped over
Yeah.
the rim and smacked the ball all the way
He's
at the
nasty.
top of the red box.
I was talking to Vinny about him actually. I'll show you the bet real quick. And
They sucked
talk
me
about,
in.
We'll
Go
talk about
ahead
Springer.
with the
Here we
bet.
go. I don't like making things this long, but this is what we got.
You're good, bro. So we got Eckler, Foreman, 25. We got Herbert,
Ayo.
200. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, 40. Cole Kmet, 2 receptions, under 60.5. Chargers money line. How much
I don't
is
like
it?
hitting things this long, but we're
That's
gonna have
what
to
she
suck
said.
it up.
Hey, yo.
Bro.
Yeah, so
Oh.
375 boosted to 562.
And you put 9 on it, I think I saw.
No, I put $5.73.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. Like, if I don't want to put 10 on it, I'll
Yeah.
do the 5, and then like if I have some change, I'll throw the rest of the change.
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
So,
A little
you know.
sprinkle.
nice little something for Sunday night
Yeah.
football.
Little something, something.
So that'll be it for the ZLOCK. I do want to mention something I missed because I love this dude and we should have talked about it. And then we'll go to our 2 weekly things before we end. Kirk Cousins, torn Achilles.
R.I.P.
I fucking love Kirk Cousins. I hate that he gets hated. Like, people have to understand, Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls, right? Not every quarterback is going to win a Super Bowl. Not every quarterback is going to be great in the playoffs. Dan is giving him the see ya because his career is probably over.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Like,
Who's
I'm
their
giving him his
backup?
moment of silence.
yeah, it sucks, dude.
Yeah, do we even know?
So
Who is their
it's
backup?
a
Do they have a young guy?
he's done. I don't know who their backup is. He played though. He's ass. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is.
So then does this mean that like because they won today, right?
Correct. They're 4-4.
So
yeah.
so they're 4-4.
Jefferson?
So if Kurt
They're in
if
the
Kurt was
playoff
still
hunt.
here,
Jefferson
Hold on.
plays. If Kirk's still here, they're probably a playoff team. But
Yeah.
yeah, we could talk till he comes back. Yeah.
They could
Hey.
trade for we got Kirk Cousins at home. They could trade for
Mariota.
no, not Mariota. Oh, his name's escaped. Brian Tannehill. They could trade for him.
Oh my God.
That's we got Kirk
no!
Cousins at home.
Oh, dude,
I'm
we gotta
telling you.
talk about
Come
that.
on, man. They're not playing. They're not playing him
we
anyway.
gotta talk
Will
about
Levis
that.
looked nice though.
No, we got to talk about that because I wrote that in our notes and I forgot to add it on the StreamYard. Dude, rookie
He's
quarterbacks.
nice.
Dude, listen. I thought
Someone
he was
got rich
going,
off of his football
Bro,
game today.
the best thing to do with
Yep.
rookie quarterbacks, and not everybody's going to be CJ Stroud, like good off rip. If you
Yeah.
let them sit and learn from the mistakes that the quarterbacks make. He threw 3 dimes to DeAndre Hopkins for touchdowns.
Nasty.
Will Levis looks legit. Bryce Young looks trash. CJ Stroud looks legit.
hmm
So
Shout out Anthony
look,
Richardson.
and Anthony Richardson, I think he's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think he'll
Cam
be
Newton.
Yeah, it sucks that he got
sporadic.
hurt.
I think he'll be sporadic. I know Minshew kind of balling. Shane Steichen's good.
He is good,
I miss him.
dude. Will Levis. I don't.
Same.
Vinny knows this. I don't watch a ton of college football, so I didn't
I
know
hate
much
him
about
because
Will
of
Levis.
his mayo coffee thing.
His girl,
Oh, it's
bad as-
disgusting. Disgusting.
No, they broke up.
I know, but still,
That's why he cooked.
she won't watch this, but you can call me.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely why.
That's why he cooked. He said, "Fuck
That's
this
why
bitch."
he cooked.
I'm
No,
about
but
to
I
get
don't know much about him, but I don't know if it was
You
like a
about to
pro
miss the
day or
big
if it was the
bag.
combine. But he dude, he was just throwing missiles
Yeah.
like 80 yards down, like with no problem. And he was
It looked
just,
like he was doing it
he
today.
just seemed like he carried himself really well
Yeah.
too. Like when they were interviewing and everything, I was like, well, who is this guy? And I just started looking up
So
his
he went
highlights
to
and all.
Penn
And
State.
he could cook,
He got
man.
transferred though. He
What-
transferred from Penn State.
He was in
He would have
Kentucky,
been
right?
Yeah, he would have been. No, was it Kentucky?
It's Kansas or Kentucky.
No,
I think it was Kansas.
No, hold on one second. I'm looking right now.
I thought it was one of those two.
It was Kentucky. You're right. I don't know why I
Yeah,
thought it wasn't.
Kentucky.
He's the best. He would have been the best quarterback in Penn State in a while, but he transferred because I
Good
would
for
too
him.
if I can't play over Sean Clifford.
It's working out for him.
Yeah, I don't know where Eli went, but he definitely wanted to say something about Kirk Cousins here.
It's amazing what happens when you put the ball in your best player's hands too.
It is,
I
yeah.
feel like that man has
yeah.
been so underutilized this year. It's disgusting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. Like
He just said
If I-
bleep it. D-Hop's down there somewhere.
it boggles my mind. Speaking of old wide receivers, shout out Julio Jones.
Hey,
He'll probably score more as an Eagle in 10 games than he scored in Atlanta and fucking red zone threat.
Dude,
He's
I
huge,
wanna
by
get-
the way. He looks
I
like a
want to
tight
get on
end.
DH gate. Did you hear what Jalen said last week? He was kind of
Yeah.
on his meat a little bit about it. He was like,
Well,
I
he was
was
like-
seeing double.
Yeah, no. He was like, bro, I saw 11 running. I thought it was Julio Jones. But
Yeah.
it was AJ Brown.
I got to get on DH gate, man. I might have to buy a jersey.
That 80's ugly.
I know, but it's
Yeah,
But
it's such a
if you get
ugly
a
number.
Kelly Green number 80 Julio Jones and you look at that jersey in 20 years, you'll be like, damn,
Damn,
what
this
a
dude played
year, man.
4 games
That's what
for
I'm
us.
saying.
Dude, now
For
you're gonna be
20
like,
bucks,
damn,
come
this
on.
dude was an Eagle.
Exactly. I went on DH gate when we signed him, and like I was looking for like
It-
the guys that make the good jerseys and like
Yeah.
do custom. I was gonna do it, but I couldn't
So,
find
like,
one.
it boggles my mind here that, like, the Chiefs won't, like, why didn't they go after DeAndre Hopkins? Why didn't they go after Julio Jones? Like, I don't understand that.
I think my guess on that, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. I think they can win with anybody as long as if they have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
They got the tight end, they got, offensive line when they're healthy, and they got the quarterback and the coach.
Mhm.
So I think they're kind of they're like that. They're like, we're not going to overspend, but I don't even know who are they really paying to where
I'll
they
tell you what,
have
after
to say like
this year
we
coming up,
can't
they're
go out and get
definitely
guys.
going to.
What's that?
After this year, they're definitely going to get a wide receiver of note.
They have to.
Yeah,
they got to
have
get
to.
someone
They're
with
going to.
speed. Like Rashee Rice, like he looks awesome, but like he could be like a reception type of guy. But they need a space
Bro.
guy to spread the field.
Justin said it. What Jim Nance said, speed merchant. No, it was no Iron Eagle. I think it was Iron
The
Eagle, who
speed
I
merchant
love
is
Iron
great.
Eagle. Like I love
Yeah.
Iron Eagle.
Great
He's
voice.
amazing. But bro said the speed merchant, Rashee Rice, and I'm like, this dude ain't fast. Eli, what are you doing over there?
He's doing Hassan Reddick.
Oh, okay.
I
Damn.
was on top.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
but
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. When you hear those guys that like have those voices and they
Yeah.
say like something like that we use as a meme.
yeah, dude.
The speed merchant.
The
It was
speed
awesome.
merchant.
That was
Like
awesome.
how Embiid's a foul merchant. How
That's
Damian Lillard was a
hilarious.
foul merchant in the first game and nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything though.
Chill, he cooked.
He did cook. He's a beast.
The refs are-
They're
Wiggins,
showing James Harden at the Sixers game.
he's there.
Yeah.
Did they boo him?
He's not playing, but
No,
he's in
yeah,
like the ugliest neon yellow hoodie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Dude, what is up with that? That's
We have to do this quarterback thing.
It's
We're almost reaching
embarrassing.
45 minutes.
we'll talk about that.
Just
in the
hop
group
in.
chat.
Eli will jump back in.
I still don't understand. Like, we're a Super Bowl contender. I'm a Super Bowl. Like at the end of the day, like we're an NBA champion contender. Not that we're going to get there, but
Yeah.
it's just crazy to me that we still have James Harden and he's not playing. They just could not figure that out in the offseason. Like,
Well,
it's horrible.
Maxey looks like he's him. So
He is him.
Yes, he is.
So this is where we
Got
left
here.
off last week.
Oh man.
Okay. Look, dude, there's no way I'm leaving this dude at great.
put him down
Um,
to solid.
He's gonna keep going down, baby. That's all I know. Where's he at? Here he is. Potential. We're moving him up to potential. Will Levis officially.
I like that.
Kenny Pickett died. Bryce Young. He's a rookie,
Average.
dude, but
Move him down.
I want to move him to trash, to be honest.
You can do that.
What are your thoughts on Kyler, Justin?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Is he even going to play? I mean, like they're going to have to because of that contract,
I mean,
right?
he practiced this week, so
I mean, See, the thing about Kyler Murray, like
Eli doesn't like Kyler, according to his thumbs down.
Right now, he's trash. Right now,
He's trash.
Like, he has a cannon, man, but he is not. He's just not good. He's not good.
I think he's better than people think. I think he went.
really good.
No. So I think he was overrated, but now he's to the point where like everybody hates him that he's underrated. Like I don't think he's great, but like I think he's a solid quarterback. Sam Howell's getting moved to solid.
I think if he had a full season at the end of the season, we're like, okay, he had a solid year. I think we would say that.
Yeah,
but we can't say anything yet until he shows us.
Josh Allen?
You did not put Josh Allen in average.
Well, no, that was an Eli-driven agenda.
No, this was I think this was.
Yeah,
for
he had that game
thumbnail.
against the Giants.
I think this was for a thumbnail though. But yeah, Josh Allen's elite, dude. I want to put him in elite so bad.
He belongs there, in my opinion.
But I don't think
he's there. Dude, what is Jalen Hurts' record?
Top. So like, all right, he's 24-2. This is my look. They're not all elite, but this is my top 5 quarterbacks in the league. This is my top 5 in the league. In this order. In that order, that's my top 5 in the league. Eli,
you'd have a lot of people that would say the same.
Yeah.
Is this your top 5?
There's not a lot of really good quarterbacks right now.
In order or top 5 in general?
In general.
Right now, yeah.
So who belongs in elite and who doesn't?
So who did we have last week? We had Mahomes, right?
We had just Mahomes.
Just Mahomes.
And you had Josh Allen here in average, which is
I did not have Josh Allen in average.
No,
they blamed you for that.
It was for the thumbnail. Josh Allen is what?
Dude,
he's elite. This is the thing. He's elite because every quarterback has terrible games.
Yeah.
Mahomes was trash, but we're not going to take him off elite.
Yeah, but me and you took Josh Allen off elite because that's why he was in because you and I voted for him to come out of elite. So just because he has a bounce back game, I don't know. Can you just put him can you put half his body in elite and half his body in great?
So like that?
Yeah, can you do that?
I mean,
That'd be cool. That would be cool if you could do that, honestly.
But this is what I'll do here. Rodgers is just here because out of respect. I'm about to put Kirk Cousins here too, out of respect.
I think Hurts goes in.
We need a dead category.
This is so controversial, though.
No,
Graveyard.
At this point, we have 2.
I don't think
people
that's
that would
controversial
be in the
at all.
Achilles category.
What would you say? 20?
Right.
You said 24-2, right, Vin?
Hurts was in elite. Go ahead, Justin.
You said 24-2, right, for Hurts?
Yeah.
Right. Oh man, we're actually adding it. I love it. I thought you were going to put ACL because you didn't want to.
No.
Yeah, we're in Achilles.
Yeah, I think at this point you have to put.
You don't think I know how to spell?
I'm just messing with you. I know you know.
I know.
You graduated Lincoln High School.
Unfortunately, what the hell is going on here?
The elite Lincoln High School. No, you have to put him in elite at this point. Like he has too many big games and too many big moments. Prime time, regular day, it does not matter. There's no saying like Jalen can't. He's not a pocket passer. He can only roll out. He has to run the ball. He can't win in prime time. Like no one is saying anything about him.
Yeah.
Comes out. The only thing that people can say about him now is, he has the best roster in the NFL. But all these other guys have really good rosters too, but their quarterbacks are just not as good. So it doesn't make their team look that great. So
my thing is that Hurts, we had Hurts in elite to start the year off. He came out against the Jets game. Like after the Jets game, we were like, all right, he's not elite no more. He's in great. But I think he's proven himself the last 2 weeks. He beat Miami. He had a couple winning drives on them when they were down in the game. He led them to the victory there. And then this week, I mean,
so
like we were down 14-3 at one point today, and we were probably all sitting there like, "Fuck!" Like, seriously, like, are we really going to?
I will say
he thrives. He thrives when he's behind.
I will say I was not worried. I know, like you're just saying that, but like knowing me, you probably guys know, but like I probably wasn't worried. But like if it would have been like 21-3, I'd probably be worried.
That's tough to come back from.
I wouldn't say worried, but we were losing 14-3.
Yeah.
He ends the game with 4 touchdowns and 314 yards. I don't think anybody would have been able to guess
Yeah,
that's what he was going to end the game
Yeah.
with, being down 14-3.
Right. For me, it's simple. In every game, there's been adversity except one game, the Jets game. He's delivered.
Mhm.
Yeah, he lost
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl, right? But he fumbled the ball, adversity, came back, scored 8 points immediately.
Doesn't phase him.
Nothing
phases
phases
him.
this guy. Nothing phases this guy.
Yep.
Yes.
Nothing. Burrow, so this is probably at the end of the year, this is probably the 4 elite quarterbacks in the league.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Tua was up there.
By year's end. Tua
Tua beats a shitty team merchant.
he might be.
Yeah.
Lamar
He's a
might be too.
Tyreek. He's a Tyreek
He
Hill, best
is.
wide receiver in the league merchant.
See, but nobody's gonna argue that this year these are the top 6.
No,
Stafford might get moved down to average, bro.
my boy let me down.
And let me tell you something about Matt Stafford, okay? I needed him to score 225 yards, right? This dude has a broken finger and decides to catch a pass, and he doesn't play after he catches the pass. He's done for the game.
That was it for him. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Horrible throw too.
It's terrible.
It was a terrible throw, dude.
I just don't
You
understand.
have to put that in the breadbasket.
Bro, and
make it
yes,
easy
I'm
for him.
pissed off because he's the only guy that cost me $100 today. But dude, he does everything in his power to make his injuries worse. Oh, I got a torn labrum. Let me just bulldoze somebody for a rushing touchdown. He did that for Detroit 12 times.
And I don't know if we talked because I don't know how long I was away.
You're off
but,
like
like,
5 minutes.
Do we still put Russ in trash?
Nah,
Because
he's average.
looked good the last
He's
couple
average.
of weeks.
He's average.
Okay.
We're still figuring out so much. Call me a casual, but who in trash on the top row? Who's third from the right? In the red. No, third from the right.
Oh,
who
this
is that?
Trask. That's Trask. You're not a casual. Nobody fucking knows who it is.
I don't even know who that is.
That's not Trask, bro. Where Baker at? Baker, okay, average.
Elite.
Potential, nah, chill.
Nah.
For our thumbnail, though, potential is fair. Kenny Pickett is just up and down, really. I might move him to average.
Yeah, he got hurt today too.
What?
Dude.
Yeah, I said he got hurt today too.
Yeah, he got hurt today. He's always hurt. Ryan Tannehill
He's the new Big Ben.
Yeah, except he's bad.
Wait, why are we taking Hurts out of elite?
Because that was, I said by year's end, that's going to be elite. But right now it's
I know, but I said to put Hurts in elite.
Okay.
I
okay.
agree for sure.
Well, this is the order, though.
I think
so
that's
Dak
fair.
an average. I mean,
after today, I don't
think he
think
belongs
Dak
in
should be an
solid.
average. Yeah, after today, I
That's
think
fair.
Dak goes up.
Yeah.
Gino might be fraud.
Yeah, put Gino down.
This
dude.
might be our first
Put
fraud watch
Gino
candidate.
down.
This might be our first fraud watch candidate, Gino Smith.
Come
I don't
back
know
from
who
being
he
ass
was
player of the
throwing
year.
to today.
Goff, he had a terrible game last week. I won't hold that against him, but he could be on the watch.
Yeah.
Against
we'll see
Vegas.
How they do.
He's
we'll
had a
see
great
how they
year.
do.
He deserves to be there, I think.
Zach
Agreed.
Wilson is cooking low key, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, trash.
Beating some good teams. He's beating some good teams, dude. He beat the Chiefs and the Eagles.
No,
that's crazy.
well, no, he didn't beat the Chiefs. He played them well. They almost beat them. It was like a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He beat the Bills.
He beat the Bills.
The Bills. That's the team.
Yeah, the
Isn't
Bills
that crazy?
and the
There's three
Eagles.
teams.
And that's my thing. Like, dude,
all three guys we have in the league.
Look, Rodgers is
He's right there with
getting Rodgers is 1,000% getting the Jets fans' hopes up. He's not playing. He's not playing on a torn Achilles. I don't care what voodoo he's doing. I don't care what cave he's sitting in. He's not playing off a torn Achilles, bro. There's no way.
Dude, he said that he listens to dolphins mating sounds.
Well,
That's
guess what?
Like,
I need to go to sleep
therapy.
tonight listening to that because I feel like I just tore my ACL today. Okay, that's the way I feel. So
I have a question though.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, right, gives the Panthers their first dub.
Unfortunately,
does that not necessarily that he played a bad game, but does this hurt his odds at winning Rookie of the Year?
It depends. It really does.
Probably
'Cause
not.
And if it does, who are we saying? Like right now, who is in competition with him? Who's like right there
Addison?
with him?
Addison,
Addison. Okay. Shit.
Laporta,
No,
who won't win.
He's a quarterback. He's going to win the
I
award.
will say, if Will Levis strings
agree.
together,
I was just gonna say Will Levis.
if Will Levis strings together, wins, and like plays well the rest of the year, he has a chance.
Yeah.
But it's
We'll see.
CJ Stroud. Like
We'll see.
unless he falls off the planet, like it's CJ Stroud. He's looked too good. Like yeah, he lost, but his team sucks, dude. Like
Our
I don't
offense
know.
isn't that bad.
No, it's not, but it's because of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
What
It
do
should
they
be
have?
Bijan, but
3 wins, right?
mid-watch.
I think they're 3.
Bijan's
now,
not
yeah.
on mid-watch.
Mid-watch.
He's not on mid-watch. He
Vince just
could be
got
in,
soda.
no. He's probably an overrated watch. He's not a mid-watch though.
No, he's good.
He's definitely not mid. He's averaging like 4.5 yards a carry.
The Falcons.
Mid,
The Falcons are
Najee
notorious.
Harris is on worst running back Trent Richardson 2.0 watch.
Yeah.
That's what Najee Harris
The
is.
Falcons now have a track record of not using a guy right in their first 2 seasons. Kyle Pitts, Drake London. So
Bro, Kyle Pitts.
wait 2-3 seasons, and then we'll see Bijan going off for 100.
Can we trade for Kyle Pitts and make him our slot receiver or something?
I'll pass.
What do you mean you'll pass?
Could.
Nah.
Could you imagine Goddard, Pitts, Devontae Smith, and AJ Brown?
They're not going to give him. But what?
No, they're not
I
going to.
mean, it would be nice,
We
but
don't
it'd be
need
too
any
expensive.
more offensive weapons.
No, we need a
It'd be too
cornerback.
expensive.
We need a fucking
No,
cornerback.
we do need a corner, and
Yeah.
I mean obviously like
There's a guy.
we have
A younger corner.
we have a top 5 tight end in the league. Like I don't want to trade for.
Please go
Kyle
get
Pitts.
Surtain. Please.
Herbert to Eckler, 39-yard touchdown.
Hey.
I was going to take him for a bet too. Damn. I was going to take him for a touchdown.
The
He was-
fraud
dude, his
watch
odds
could
were
be
horrible.
lifted tonight.
His odds were horrible. His
Fraud
odds were like
watch
minus
could be
200 to
lifted
score a
tonight.
touchdown.
Who, Eckler? Or
Yeah,
Herbert. 200?
Yeah, Eckler.
Oh, that was a lock then.
minus 200.
That was.
But
a
he
Z
hasn't
lock.
played much, so it's kind of crazy. I know.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
remember like last
the
season or
Bears
the
are
season before? He scored
dog shit.
like he was like on
Is this-
CMC status. Scored like 10
this
weeks
what
in a
we're
row.
ending it
Something
on?
crazy.
No, we're
Is
ending
this
it
what
on the. Here we go. Power rankings.
Mm.
So some teams we
The
can't
Bengals
really
go
talk
up.
about.
Get the
Bengals are-
49ers out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Bengals are going to
Yes.
contender. The Bengals are going to
Fraud watch.
contender. They're back. The Niners are going to. We put them contender. That's fair.
Bengals-
I feel like the
to
Bengals
contender.
always start slow. Always.
So the Texans are going to promising. They're getting moved down. The Browns, dude,
Without
if they had-
Deshaun, without
with
Deshaun,
Deshaun, it doesn't matter. Deshaun Watson sucks.
They look better without him.
They do.
That's the worst trade, dude. I thought the Rush trade was bad. That's even worse.
Yeah, because
It sucks
because
'cause
he's
The Vikings winning today, I would say they should move up one, but
they should.
going
yeah,
out,
like it really sucks because they would 100% be the best wildcard team in the NFC.
Out of
Yeah, they're
respect
done
for
now.
Kurt and this week, I think you should just put them
Yeah.
on there, but they're not going to be there the
Seattle
rest of the
is
year.
getting moved down to promising. They look terrible today. The Browns defense is good though. I'll keep them in wild card. The Colts are getting moved down. The Rams are going to. They might be going to garbage watch. Atlanta's garbage. I don't care about the record. All these teams in this division are garbage, but the Bucs, in my opinion. The Saints are
Are we-
garbage. The
You keeping
Falcons
the
are garbage.
Broncos garbage?
Broncos are mid.
What about the Saints? Saints
Saints
aren't
are-
bad.
I
They have
hate
one-
the Saints.
Dude,
Dude,
I don't
no,
even
they're-
think they've let up more than 20. Their defense is good, and
No,
they
their
put up
defense is
points,
good.
man.
I hate Derek Carr. And look, I know I have Olave
I
in
hate
like
the Saints. I like that. They're boring.
I know I have Olave in like every league, right? And I'm really pissed off that he's not performing. But he's not performing, and it's not his fault. Derek Carr sucks, dude. Every time he throws the ball to Olave, I'm not kidding. Olave's probably like top 3 in targets in the league, and he's caught half of his targets.
Hold on,
It's
though.
over his head. It's in the dirt.
Hold on,
He's
though.
so bad. Yeah.
They've been saying for weeks though that Carr's dealing with a shoulder injury, so that's why Michael Thomas has been eating
Yeah, but
because he
look,
can't consistently throw that deeper shot.
Taysom
to
Hill
Olave.
comes into the game and they look good. I swear to God.
Yeah, because he's not injured. Olave gets the space, but right now Derek Carr. That's why Olave's not eating. That's why they're saying in
Taysom
fantasy
Hill
too. Like I tried
also,
picking up
like-
Olave because he's not performing.
I
But
wanna
once
say something about
Carr's
Taysom
shoulder's
Hill,
healthy,
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Look,
Olave's going to cook.
I
Give him
want to
like
say
3
something about
weeks.
Taysom Hill. When
Yo,
Doug
Embiid's
Peterson,
getting those offensive rebounds right now.
that's a rare
That's
dunk.
what we love to see.
We can't get offensive
Average
rebounds
20
8
and
years
average
running.
20 points, 12 rebounds a game.
I will say, I think it was Howie Roseman too. but I know it's Doug Peterson. When they said they see Jalen Hurts, this was such a bullshit excuse to say, like, we don't believe in Wentz. They said we see Jalen Hurts as a Taysom Hill.
That would have been nasty,
Yeah.
though. if we could do that.
Yeah, if Wentz did suck balls.
Yeah.
But like, I watched Hurts play, and, like, I know in college, like, everybody said, like, he couldn't throw, which in college, like, if you go back and watch, like, he really couldn't. Like, he progressed so much.
Yeah.
But, like, the people who said, like, he's a running back, he's slow as shit. He's just strong.
Yeah. He's very elusive, too. He's very good at knowing how to make separation. Like, he won't run straight at somebody. He'll goes at an angle or he'll cut away. He's really smart.
The
I
top
feel like
three
he knows
teams-
when to get out of the pocket, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The top 3 teams are staying the same. Do we agree?
Yeah.
The Bengals got moved up from wild card to contender. Miami. What are we doing
Put
with
the
them?
Bills up there. No, put the Bills up there. Because we all know at the end of the day, the Bills are going to be one of those teams that are in it at the end.
Are you putting the Bills over the Dolphins?
Yeah. Dude,
they
they
beat the
smoked them.
Dolphins. Yeah.
They did smoke them. Okay. Wild card team. None of these are in the wild card, you think, right? Like, obviously,
As of right now,
obviously
not.
one
Maybe
of the Bucks.
Jets.
Obviously, one of the Bucks, Saints, Panthers, and Falcons have to win the division. And
I would hope it's the Bucks.
I hope
I
it's
would
the
hope
Bucks
it's the
because
Bucks too. I like
I'm
Baker,
rooting for
so I hope
Baker.
it's the Bucks. Yeah.
We got to put these two in promising because these
That's
two,
fair.
one of them will make the
That's fair.
playoffs. The Falcons
don't-
are trash.
Oh, yeah. The other done.
I
I personally don't
They
yet
have
agree
4
with
wins or whatever, but I don't.
Baltimore.
I mean, that
how.
whole division is just
You don't
garbage.
agree with Baltimore yet? Why is that?
Not yet. I just feel like you have to like they had a slow start to the season. Like it's good that they're good now, but I just need to see it a couple more weeks from them. Like their defense is good, but Lamar
their
he's just
defense
shown
always
that he
good,
doesn't have an arm that can just
He's
be
very
good a whole
inconsistent.
season.
He's very inconsistent.
He's very inconsistent. That's why it's the inconsistency.
I'm putting
Definitely
the Jets.
contender, though,
I'm putting
for
the
sure.
Jets in wild card, bro. They got 5 wins?
That's why I said they should
It's a
go
wild
in
card
wild
game.
card.
And they're
Walker
close
team.
in games for the most part.
5 wins, dude. The
Yeah.
Giants might be the worst team in the league.
They're bad.
They're one of them.
They,
Really bad.
dude, Saquon Barkley had 36 touches and 13 fantasy points. I want you guys to understand that.
He's trash.
He's not trash. He's
R-
overrated. He's overrated.
R.I.P. to Tyrod Taylor though.
RIP. That dude can't catch a break.
That dude can't. Dude, when they said he was getting rushed to the hospital, I was like, yeah, this dude.
Oh my god!
literally-
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I
not
didn't know
see
that.
when he got hit, he went to the sideline and he was crawling towards the bench and he was down holding his stomach
Oh my
real
god!
tight. And they said that an ambulance came and picked him up. He got rushed to the hospital. So I don't know, like if his insides got fucked up, if he cracked his ribs.
don't
Like
know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's not an
It was something with
update
his
yet.
I wonder
ribs.
if he got a hernia.
Yeah, dude, the hit looked bad. And then like when I seen that dude on his fucking fist and knees crawling, I'm like, it's GG's.
Apparently,
Like, he needs
really
to
bad
retire.
hernia can make that happen.
Yeah.
He needs to retire.
We have to move one of these teams in the wild card down because we have 14 teams make the playoffs. So we have 15 up here.
Take the
Steelers,
Steelers
move
out.
them down.
Yep,
Who?
the Steelers.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, but we'll wait for Justin to get back and then we'll end it. I will say.
This is our longest episode, but I also feel like there was just a lot of content to go over.
There was. And you
And I
wanted to
feel like
say
it
something
was-
about Kirk Cousins, but you didn't get the chance to.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay.
That's what happens when you're
you
trying to
wanted
call out of work.
Oh, God. How'd that go?
Better not hope work sees this.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It just sucks because like so technically I'm in the union, so you don't need a sick note unless you miss 3 days. But
Yeah.
my work tries to like not play those games. I'm at a company where like my company has their own rules, but I'm also part of the union, so technically I go by the union rules.
Yeah.
And my company is like, no, well, you need a note if you call out, and it's like, well, technically I don't need a note unless I call out for 3 straight days. But anyway, I'm trying to explain to them like, look, my son's sick. I didn't take him to the doctors or anything because they require like your kid to be sick for like 3 days straight. And I'm like, it's the second day. Like, I don't know how he's going to feel tomorrow, but I'm calling out.
Yeah,
Like, am I going to get in
right.
trouble if I don't have a note? And they're like, well, procedure. You know what? Sorry, I got a week left. So
Yeah.
let's
They'll
see.
live.
I
They'll
don't
live.
care.
You can pull a Dan and no call, no show your last 2 days.
You could do that. Big
Yeah.
fan of that. Big fan.
Big fan of that. Karen pissed you off that bad. You're like, I'm done. That's
Oh,
literally
dude,
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on. Like, I'm doing my best to try to get all this stuff cleaned up, and you're not helping me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, if you're not going to help me, you can do it then.
Facts.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, but
So,
Justin, I want to thank you for coming on. I think this was our best episode yet for sure.
thank you, Justin.
And-
We love
Wait for a
Thank you,
minute. We had to put Luke. We had to take Luke out of his jersey. He's too fat for it. So
Oh,
just want to get him out of it.
it.
It's Jalen Hurts jersey. Yeah, it was a good time.
Hey,
It's a
man,
dub.
Appreciate
that's a
it.
good John.
Great
That's a
podcast.
great John. Thank you, bro. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of you this season and the rest of
you.
this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
ZLOCK, the 3 ZLOCK and the 3 Bozos
Sounds like a
are
fucking
signing
band name.
out. Are signing out. Peace.
See you guys.
Later.
See ya.